Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we have our Inno Quick Base system for your 2-inch hitch receiver. Today we have a kit with the gear carry 6 cubic feet cargo box mounted to our Quick Base tray. This configuration is going to be a very fast way for adding cargo space, but also if you're the type of person that wants your cargo with you wherever you go, this is just going to be like an oversized suitcase mounted to your hitch. Today we are focusing on how it fits on our Kia Seltos here though. So some things to note is it does sit slightly close to the ground, so you do have to be mindful of ground clearance, but a good thing is that you have a lot of clearance for your vehicle. So for example, there's a rooftop tent up top. We have items inside of our hatch. We're able to open up our hatch and get access to our cargo inside without having to remove this box. On some other vehicles, you may have to tilt the whole system away if you want easier access, but in our case here, that function is not necessary. For weight capacity, you do have to be mindful of your hitch receiver's weight capacity. So I currently have the 2-inch hitch on this Seltos. So the overall weight capacity of the system is going to be 150 pounds, which fits perfectly with that hitch. The box weight capacity though is only going to be 110 pounds. So just be mindful of that as you load this up. The reason there's a difference between the weight capacities is because when you remove the box, this can also be used as a tray. So removing the box is simply a matter of unlocking these latches. Pull the latches down by pressing this button, 1 and 2, and then you can just grab the box and go. This is going to work as a suitcase, so you have wheels on one end and handle on the other. If you choose to bring this to the airport or wheel this into whatever cabin, resort, grandma's house that you may be at, you can just take everything with you. This is what the carrier looks like without the box on. You can see how it is a flat platform tray. That way, if you need to carry your oversized cargo that doesn't fit in the box, you can put it right here. I do recommend using a set of straps to make sure everything's secure though. I like to use the eTrailer cam buckle straps. We do sell them as a pair here on our website. Now this is made of aluminum, so it is designed to be kept out, exposed to the elements, but with it in this position, you are gonna have to think about some clearance measurements. With or without the box on, the furthest point is going to be the handle at the end. If you are driving around with it in the down position, I do recommend securing and locking those latches. Now, I like to measure from the bumper to see how much clearance this adds to the back of our car. 39 inches is the measurement here. Something to remember if you have a small garage or need to park into a tight spot. Fortunately, the Seltos is already a smaller vehicle, so you do have more space to work with. Another measurement though is going to be ground clearance, and this is where it gets a little tricky. So from the end of the handle to the ground, that's 13.5 inches. Compare that to where our hitch receiver is to the ground, and that is 9 inches. So while there is a slight rise, this does sit kind of low to the ground. If you're going up steep inclines like driveways or hills, you do want to make sure you're not bottoming out. Now the perks though to this being lower to the ground is you also don't have as high to lift your box up and onto the tray. A cool feature is that you can pull that handle and not just adjust it by tilting it down, but also fold it up. You have 2 functions here. You can fold it up to the most compact position like this if you want to conserve on space. Maybe you're not planning on putting your box on anytime soon, but if you need quick access into your hatch, you can put it down into the second position, and you can see here how much clearance we have between our hatch door and our tray, giving us all that functionality. With it in the compact position, taking some measurements again to see how it compares to when it was folded down, again from the bumper to the end of the rack, which is going to be that handle since it's at a tilt, that's going to be 15 inches. So big difference compared to when it was folded down. You do have to be mindful though that with it folded up, you do cover just a little bit, nothing crazy. You can still see the taillights in the corners. Your license plate will be covered, but you also have this really large opening between the tray. And that way your backup camera, which is offset, sits right over here. You will lose a lot of visibility, but you'll still be able to peek through the tray to see if there's any people or cars behind you. Remember, there are two types of hitches available for the Seltos, and this will only fit into the 2-inch hitch version. If you have the 1.25 inch, then this is not going to be a fit for you. The way this secures into the hitch receivers, we have two functions. One is going to be the anti-rattle bolt that has a clip at the end, and the other is going to be your anti-rattle knob. This is secured with the locks included with your tray. So this tightens down into the hitch receiver, making sure you have a very sturdy experience, but also secures it so that no one else can take your tray and your box. So for the situation where you need to expand your cargo space of your Seltos because the hatch doesn't really have that much space, but you want to make sure that your cargo is accessible at all times, this is going to be a very cool configuration. Having that suitcase style for the box plus that quick release feature for the tray is awesome if you want to use everything together. Now, on the other hand though, if you're looking for just a cargo carrier and you don't need these extra features, then this is not going to be the kit for you. We have a lot of simple hitch cargo carriers that tilt or fold up, but they're just going to be a large tray on the back of your car. This is going to be very helpful because of how maneuverable everything is and because of how easy it is to latch things down and hit the road. Just like that, I was able to load the box up, and now I am ready to drive. This is a kit available here at etrailer.com. We do have the individual components also available separately if you want to mix and match. Check out our videos here on our website. Look into the Inno Quick Base system if you want to see that whole ecosystem. But right here, right now, this was a look at the Inno Quick Base kit with the Gear Carry 6 cubic feet cargo box on the Quick Base tray for your 2-inch hitches, and you saw how it fits our 2023 Kia Seltos.